Wow, what have you got here?
Well, we've got our 2011 UTV Tech RZR XP900, and we're going to go out and do some testing today on some product that we've got on her.
Wow.
Let me show you what we're up to if you got a second.
I do. This is really cool looking.
Fantastic. We're out here primarily covering in the sand terrain today. We've got our sand tires on, we're ready to rock and roll, but we're working on our filters, our pre-filter systems we've got set up on the side. And these are stopping any kind of debris that might get into your stock filtering system and end up actually in your air filter, saving you money in maintenance aspects as far as filter changes and over time, the lengthy cost of keeping the machine up to spec. We've also got a full case Under Armour on this machine. Front A-arm protectors, full Under Armour, and the rear trailing arm protectors, which are all done out of chromoly, as well as the rock sliders here that you can see on the side. That chromoly being about 3 times harder tensile strength than the aluminum and a lot more viscosity in the way that it performs over materials. It's our rear trailing arm protection. That's also done out of the chromoly series, and we've got them powder coated. This is done in a red on the rock sliders and the full case Under Armour, and then a black on the rear trailing arm. Right here, part of the Under Armour system that we've got on the front end is our front A-arm protectors. It's affixed there well, and it's not going to cause any damage to any of the stock componentry. Built right up to the OEM scenarios, and we don't have to drill any holes or tap anything out. This is our new sand cut on the Max Flow grill that we have for the front end of all the RZRs. This particular one being on the XP itself is a little bit wider, and we've got the RZR laser cut into the grill itself. But we wanted to open up that flow more to the radiator, so we're getting as much air as we possibly can when we're working that motor as hard as we do, going up those sand hills, looking for the high marks and going out and playing and having a good time. These are our hood vent scenarios that we've got on top. This is our trail grill set, and you'll notice that the trail grill has a smaller pattern on the top. We do have these available in the sand as well, so we can open that up, create the flow, so again, keeping that positive airflow coming in and through the top of the machine, so we're not building and cavitating that heat on the underside of the hood itself. Also, Blake, what you can see right above the trail grill is our windshield stiffener. And we run the Pure Polaris half windshield, and what this allows us to do is actually raise this windshield up or lower it down, keeping the windshield free of vibration because of the stiffness of the brace, but it also creates a positive flow of air through the cab, so we're not seeing that sand and that dust cavitate inside the machine itself where we, the riders, are sucking it up and eating it up in our mouths and our noses. Blake, let me show you another cool piece we make at UTV Tech. It's a half hat rack, and what it does is it's designed to sit on top for sand usage and allow us to mount our 32-inch LED or HID light bars, depending on what you want to run up on top, but allows us, when we come over the top of the dunes and the front end drops, to be able to see out the front of the machine so we can tell where we're going and where we're coming up on our next climb and our next arch. So it gives us, again, a great mounting point as well as some protection as well.
Okay, Shane, now I'm seeing something that's really caught my eye. It looks like some type of an organizer. You're able to hook all your bungees with your coolers and stuff. Tell me about that. What is it?
That is correct, Blake. What we've got is a base plate organizer. And what this does is it bolts directly into the Polaris lock and right system that's already in the bed of this machine. But it allows us, as we've attached these rows on either side for our hooks for our bungees, it allows us to keep everything really well strapped and really well in place. And as you know, the air filter on this machine is actually underneath the rear case. Well, if you were out and needed to get that thing serviced and you're out on the trail, it makes it nice because I can actually just release the lock and ride latches and pull the whole plate out instead of having to unload my entire bed to have access to gain to everything. It's an easy in, it's an easy out, and we're ready to hit the trail.
All right, I'm ready to hit the trail. Let's go on down to Little Sahara.
Let's get her done.